Hey, welcome to today's deep dive.
I'm excited to be here.
We're going to be tackling narcissistic personality disorder, NPD.
Yes.
And, I know a lot of us have heard about this, but might not fully grasp it.
Right.
And you've sent over some fascinating research and articles on the topic. So let's unravel this.
Absolutely.
Let's see what we can learn about the complexities of NPD.
I think it's a subject that sparks a lot of curiosity and for good reason.
Yeah, for sure. It's one of those things that you hear the term thrown around, but understanding the clinical reality behind it is something else.
Yeah.
So to kick things off, what exactly makes NPD different from just being, say, a little self-centered?
That's a crucial distinction to make. NPD isn't simply about being vain or selfish. It's a complex mental health condition with a very specific set of symptoms and patterns of behavior. One of the key features is what we call grandiosity. And it goes beyond mere confidence. Think of someone with a truly inflated sense of self-importance. They might constantly name drop, exaggerate achievements, or expect special treatment everywhere they go.
Like they live in their own world where the rules don't apply.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's important to note that NPD isn't just about outward behavior, though. People with NPD often have a deep-seated need for admiration that goes much deeper than enjoying compliments. It's more like a constant hunger for validation that drives their actions.
And I can see how that could lead to some pretty unhealthy...
You're absolutely right.
...relationship dynamics.
That hunger for validation, coupled with a lack of empathy, which is another hallmark of NPD, can create real challenges in their interactions with others. Now, it's not that individuals with NPD are intentionally cruel. But they have real difficulty understanding or caring about other people's feelings. Imagine someone who rarely apologizes, constantly steers the conversation back to themselves, or uses others to get what they want, without considering the impact.
So, it's interesting. I think most of us can relate to feeling a little self-centered now and then. But NPD takes those tendencies to a whole other level.
Precisely. And that's what separates NPD from simply being a difficult personality. For someone with this disorder, these patterns are pervasive, deeply ingrained, and ultimately cause significant distress or impairment in their lives and the lives of those around them.
So it sounds like it's more than just a collection of personality traits. It's a clinic.
It's about understanding the clinical nuances, recognizing that it's more than just being a jerk. And appreciating the complexities involved.
Well, this has already shed some light on what NPD actually is. But what about the roots of this disorder?
That's where things get really interesting. Because it's not a simple answer. It's likely a combination of nature and nurture. Genetics can definitely predispose someone to certain personality traits. But upbringing plays a significant role as well.
So like parenting. Parenting styles.
Parenting styles that are either overly indulgent. Think of the child who's constantly told they're special. Or excessively critical. Can contribute to the development of narcissistic traits.
So either extreme showering a child with praise or constantly putting them down can set the stage.
It's like a pendulum swinging between those two extremes. And neither is conducive to healthy emotional development. And then, of course, we can't overlook the impact of early experiences. Trauma, neglect, or abuse during childhood can disrupt emotional development and lead to the formation of maladaptive coping mechanisms.
It makes you realize that NPD is often a response to deeper underlying issues.
That's a really insightful observation. It's not about assigning blame, but understanding the interplay of these factors. Genetics, upbringing, and early experiences.
So this is already painting a much more nuanced picture than I think a lot of people have of NPD. But knowing that these deep-seated issues are often at play, I'm curious about how this manifests in relationships.
That's where we really start to see the impact of NPD. Relationships with individuals who have NPD can be extremely challenging and often quite damaging. It's important to remember that individuals with NPD can be very charming and charismatic, especially early on in a relationship. But over time, that lack of empathy and the constant need for validation can lead to some very destructive patterns.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
We often hear about the roller coaster of emotions involved in relationships.
Absolutely.
With someone who has NPD.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing that's connected to what you're describing.
One way this often plays out is through a dynamic of idealization and devaluation.
Okay.
They might initially put you on a pedestal, showering you with attention and affection, which is often referred to as love bombing.
Love bombing, yeah.
But as the relationship progresses, they might become increasingly critical, dismissive, and withdraw affection if their needs aren't met.
So it's like a constant push and pull where the other person is...
You hit the nail on the head.
Left feeling confused and emotionally exhausted.
And one particularly insidious tactic that can emerge is gaslighting.
Gaslighting,
where the person with NPD distorts reality to make the other person doubt their own perceptions and sanity.
So it's not just about disagreements or conflicting perspectives. It's about actively manipulating someone's sense of reality.
And as you can imagine, this can have devastating consequences for the other person's self-esteem and mental well-being.
Yeah.
They might start to feel anxious, depressed, or even develop their own self-esteem issues as a result of being constantly undermined and manipulated.
It sounds incredibly...
It's a very difficult situation to navigate.
Emotionally draining.
Yeah.
It makes you realize how crucial it is to understand these dynamics.
Absolutely.
And to have strategies in place for protecting yourself and your well-being when you're involved with someone.
Awareness is key.
Who has NPD.
And it's important to remember that NPD doesn't just impact personal relationships.
Right.
It can significantly affect the workplace as well.
Oh, that's a good point. I'm curious to hear more about that. How does NPD typically manifest?
Well, it can be interesting because individuals with an NPD can be both highly successful and incredibly difficult colleagues. Their ambition drive and oftentimes charisma can propel them into leadership positions.
I can see how that could happen.
Right.
They might come across as confident and capable leaders.
However, their leadership style can also be very problematic. One of the biggest challenges is their aversion to feedback.
That makes sense, given their need for admiration and their fragile sense of self.
Precisely. And this can make teamwork and collaboration extremely difficult. Additionally, manipulative tendencies can often emerge in the workplace. They might play favorites, shift blame onto others, or exploit colleagues to get ahead.
So it's not just about individual performance. It's about how their behavior impacts the entire...
Recognizing these patterns.
Team dynamic.
Is crucial for navigating the challenges of working with someone who might have NPD.
It sounds like understanding those patterns is crucial for setting boundaries and protecting yourself.
You're absolutely right.
From being drawn into...
Awareness is the first step.
Those unhealthy dynamics.
Toward creating healthier and more productive working relationships. And it also brings us to another crucial aspect of understanding NPD. Dispelling the myths and misconceptions that often surround it.
Speaking of myths, it's fascinating how much misinformation is out there.
Right.
It seems like a lot of people have strong opinions about NPD without truly understanding it.
That's a great point.
Yeah.
There are so many stereotypes and misconceptions that can prevent us from having a nuanced and compassionate view of this disorder. One of the biggest myths is that all people with NPD are intentionally selfish. While their behavior might certainly appear self-centered. It's often a defense mechanism rooted in deep insecurity, not necessarily malice.
So their actions might stem from a place of vulnerability and fear. Rather than a deliberate desire to hurt others.
And another common misconception is that people with NPD are incapable of change.
That's encouraging.
With therapy and sincere self-reflection, individuals with NPD can absolutely develop healthier patterns of thinking and behaving.
So it's not a life sentence.
It's not an easy process. But change is definitely possible.
So there's hope for growth and healing.
There absolutely is. And finally, there's this misconception that all individuals with NPD are overflowing with confidence. The truth is that many experience chronic self-doubt and rely heavily on external validation to maintain their sense of self-worth.
So that outward confidence might actually be masking a lot of inner turmoil and insecurity.
You got it. Dispelling these myths is crucial for promoting understanding and reducing the stigma surrounding NPD.
Okay.
It allows us to approach the topic with more compassion and empathy, both for those who live with the disorder and for the people who are affected by it.
Okay, this is great.
And speaking of promoting understanding, I think it's time we delve into the topic of treatment.
That's a great segue.
Yeah.
I know our listener is particularly interested in learning more about treatment for NPD.
Oh.
So I'm eager to dive into that with you.
Let's do it. Welcome back to our deep dive into narcissistic personality disorder.
Thanks!
Now that we've laid some groundwork, let's shift our focus to the practical side of things.
Okay.
I know you're particularly interested in navigating relationships with someone who might have NPD.
Yeah, that's a topic that comes up a lot. And I can see why, given the complexities we've discussed.
It can be incredibly challenging to know how to approach these relationships.
So what advice do you have?
Well, while we always encourage seeking guidance from a mental health professional, there are some general strategies that can be helpful for anyone navigating a relationship with someone who exhibits narcissistic traits. One of the most crucial is setting clear boundaries.
Boundaries. Okay, that makes sense. But what does that actually look like in practice?
Think of it this way. You're defining what behavior is acceptable to you and what's not. And then communicating those limits clearly and consistently. Remember, individuals with NPD often struggle with empathy and might not be aware of the impact their actions have on others. Setting boundaries is about protecting your emotional well-being. And preventing yourself from being drawn into their cycles of manipulation or drama.
So it's not about trying to change them or control their behavior.
Precisely.
But rather about taking control of your own experience.
You can't force someone to change. But you can decide how you'll respond to their behavior. Boundaries are a way of saying, this is what I'm willing to tolerate, and this is where I draw the line.
It's a powerful way to think about it. But I imagine it can be really difficult to actually set and enforce those boundaries.
You're right. It's not always easy. You might resist those boundaries, try to negotiate, or even become angry or manipulative. That's why it's so important to be firm, consistent, and calm in your communication. And don't be afraid to seek support from others.
Support? What kind of support are we talking about?
It could involve confiding in a trusted friend or family member who can offer a listening ear and a different perspective. Or it might mean joining a support group where you can connect with people who are dealing with similar challenges. And of course, seeking professional help from a therapist who specializes in NPD can provide invaluable guidance and support.
Having that external support system must be so helpful.
Absolutely.
It's easy to feel isolated and overwhelmed.
Talking to someone who understands what you're going through can validate your feelings, provide a sense of normalcy, and give you the strength to keep moving forward. A therapist can also provide guidance on setting boundaries, managing difficult emotions, and developing healthier communication patterns.
That makes so much sense. I think sometimes we try to handle everything on our own.
Yeah, absolutely right.
And that can just lead to burnout and resentment.
It's crucial to remember that you don't have to go it alone. There are people who can help. And reaching out for support is a sign of strength, not weakness.
This is all so helpful for those who are in relationships with someone who has NPD. But I'm also wondering about the individual with NPD. What steps can they take to work on themselves?
That's where therapy comes in. And it can be incredibly beneficial for individuals with NPD. A skilled therapist can help them develop self-awareness, challenge those distorted thinking patterns, and learn healthier ways to relate to others.
But we've talked about how resistance to therapy is often a challenge with NPD. How can loved ones encourage someone to seek help?
That's a great question.
Without being confrontational or judgmental.
And it's a delicate balance. Sometimes expressing your concern from a place of love and focusing on specific behaviors that are causing problems in the relationship can be more effective than labeling them with a diagnosis.
So instead of saying, I think you have NPD, it might be more helpful to say, I feel hurt and disrespected when you interrupt me or dismiss my feelings.
Frame it in terms of how their actions are impacting you and the relationship, rather than making it about their personality or character. And remember, patience is key.
Right.
Change takes time.
Yeah.
And there will likely be setbacks along the way.
It sounds like a process that requires a lot of empathy and understanding.
It absolutely does.
And on both sides.
And I think it's important to acknowledge that while we're focusing on practical strategies here, navigating relationships with NPD can be incredibly emotionally draining.
Yeah.
Both for those with the disorder and those around them.
Yeah, for sure.
So in addition to the things we've already discussed, I want to emphasize the importance of self-care.
Self-care, that's so important, but it's often the first thing to go when we're struggling.
It's true.
Yeah.
But taking care of your own physical and emotional well-being is crucial when you're dealing with the stress and emotional drain of NPD.
What are some examples of self-care practices that might be particularly helpful in this context?
We'll be back after a quick break.
Hey there. Welcome to Good Advice Giver. First, we want to start by saying a massive thank you for tuning in today. Whether you're a long-time listener or you're joining us for the first time, we're truly grateful to have you here. We know you've got a lot of options when it comes to podcasts, so the fact that you're spending your time with us means the world. So thank you.
That's right. We're excited to have you with us because here on Good Advice Giver, we cover just about everything. Whether you're interested in sports, relationships, sex, money, finances, business, digital marketing, music, education, movies, comedy, or something else entirely, we've got it all. No topic is off limits here, and we dive deep into real, meaningful conversations that matter.
We've also got a mix of male and female hosts, so you're always getting a well-rounded perspective on every topic we cover, from business strategies to personal development, from car shopping to digital products like affiliate marketing. We bring a little bit of everything to the table. Our goal is to offer advice, insights, and some laughs along the way to make sure you feel welcome and engaged, no matter what brought you here.
And it doesn't stop there. We're not just about giving great advice. We're about action. On this podcast, we even sell products and services we believe in, from affiliate marketing opportunities to cars and more. So whether you're looking to boost your business or find practical ways to improve your everyday life, you're in the right place.
As always, we want you to stay connected with us. Be sure to download this episode so you can listen anytime, anywhere, whether you're commuting, working out, or just relaxing. And while you're at it, follow us on social media. We're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, you name it. That's the best way to stay in the loop for upcoming episodes, behind-the-scenes content, and even giveaways.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're posting extra content there, including video podcasts and deep dive discussions you won't want to miss. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what topics you want to hear more about.
Lastly, check out the link below in the description for exclusive offers, resources, and more ways to connect with us. We're here for you, and we can't wait to bring you more valuable content. Thanks again for tuning in to Good Advice Giver. Let's get started.
It could be anything that helps you recharge and nurture your own sense of self.
Sure.
It might be spending time in nature.
Right.
Engaging in creative activities.
Okay.
Practicing mindfulness or meditation. Or simply taking a break from the situation to do something enjoyable and relaxing.
So it's about finding what works for you and making it a priority.
Exactly.
Even when it feels like there's no time.
And amidst all the challenges, it's important to hold on to the belief that healing is possible.
That's good.
It might not happen overnight.
Yeah.
And it might not look the way you expect it to.
Right.
But it's possible to move forward and create healthier, more fulfilling relationships.
That's such a powerful message of hope. It's a reminder that even amidst the difficulties, there's always potential for growth and healing.
I agree.
Okay.
And with that in mind, I think it's a good point to transition into our final segment.
Okay.
We've covered a lot of ground today, exploring the complexities of NPD and offering some practical strategies for navigating relationships. But now I want to shift gears and look towards the future.
That sounds fascinating. I'm eager to hear what's on the horizon in terms of NPD research and treatment. Welcome back.
Thanks for having me back.
I'm really intrigued by what you just said about looking towards the future. We've spent a lot of time digging into the challenges and complexities of NPD.
Right.
But now I'm curious about what's happening in terms of research and treatment.
Right.
Are there any exciting breakthroughs or promising developments on the horizon?
There are.
Okay.
It's a really dynamic field right now.
Okay.
And researchers are making some fascinating discoveries that are changing the way we understand and approach NPD.
Okay.
One area that's particularly exciting is the exploration of the biological underpinnings.
Okay. Biological underpinnings. What does that actually mean?
Essentially, researchers are delving into the brain to see if there are any structural or functional differences that might be associated with NPD.
Okay.
They're using advanced imaging techniques and studying things like brain activity patterns, neurochemicals, and even genetics to try to pinpoint what might be happening at a neurological level.
So it's like searching for clues within the brain.
Exactly.
That might help explain why people with NPD think and behave.
It's a complex puzzle.
The way they do.
But they're starting to piece things together.
Okay.
For instance, some studies have shown that individuals with NPD might have less gray matter.
Less gray matter.
In certain areas of the brain that are involved in empathy and emotional regulation.
That makes sense, given what we've learned about the challenges people with NPD often face in those areas.
And there's also research exploring the role of certain neurochemicals, like dopamine and oxytocin. And the development and expression of NPD. These chemicals are key players in how we experience pleasure, motivation, and social bonding.
So could it be that imbalances in these chemicals might contribute to...
That's a theory that researchers are actively exploring. The idea is that if someone's brain isn't processing these chemicals in a typical way, it could lead to those cravings for external validation and make it more difficult for them to experience satisfaction or regulate their emotions.
That's really interesting.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to think that these biological factors could be at play. It adds a whole new dimension to our understanding of NPD.
It really does.
And as we gain a deeper understanding of these biological underpinnings, it could lead to new avenues for treatment and intervention. That's exciting.
Yeah.
What kinds of new treatments are on the horizon?
There are a few that are generating a lot of buzz in the field. One is the use of virtual reality in therapy.
Virtual reality?
Yeah.
That sounds futuristic.
It is.
How does that even work for treating NPD?
It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Imagine being able to create realistic social situations in a safe and controlled virtual environment.
Yeah.
Individuals with NPD could practice interacting with virtual characters, receive feedback on their behavior, and try out different ways of responding in challenging situations.
So it's like a dress rehearsal for real-life interactions.
Exactly.
Giving them a chance to build their skills and confidence in a low-pressure setting.
And one of the amazing things about virtual reality is that it allows for repetition and customization. You can tailor the scenarios to each individual's specific needs and challenges, and they can practice over and over again until they feel more comfortable and confident.
That sounds like it could be a game changer for helping people with NPD.
Develop healthier social skills and coping mechanisms. What other innovative therapies are being explored?
Another area that holds a lot of promise is the development of new medications that target specific brain pathways involved in NPD. Now, it's important to note that there's no magic pill for personality disorders. But these medications, used in conjunction with therapy and lifestyle changes, could potentially help manage some of the more distressing symptoms, like impulsivity, aggression, or anxiety.
So it's about finding the right combination of tools and approaches that work best for each individual.
It's not a one-size-fits-all approach. Treatment for NPD often involves a multifaceted plan that might include therapy, medication, support groups, and lifestyle changes.
This all sounds very encouraging.
It seems like there's a lot of hope for the future of NPD treatment and understanding.
It does.
But beyond these scientific advancements, are there any societal or cultural shifts?
That's a crucial question.
That you think could help reduce the prevalence of NPD?
And it's something that researchers and clinicians are thinking about more and more these days.
Okay.
One area of focus is early intervention and prevention.
So catching it early on before those patterns become deeply ingrained.
The idea is to identify children and adolescents who might be at risk for developing NPD and intervene early to promote healthy emotional development.
What might that look like in practice?
It could involve things like parenting classes that teach parents how to foster healthy self-esteem in their children, school-based programs that focus on social and emotional learning, or even individual therapy for kids who are exhibiting early signs of narcissistic traits.
So it makes sense to address those underlying vulnerabilities early on before they solidify into more problematic patterns.
But it's not just about individual interventions. We also need to take a look at the larger cultural messages.
What kinds of cultural messages are you referring to?
Think about the constant bombardment of images and messages that we're all exposed to that promote individualism, achievement, and external validation. Social media, reality TV, even certain parenting styles. They can all contribute to a culture that values outward appearances over substance and feeds the need for constant admiration and attention.
It's like we're living in a world that's always telling us to strive for more, be more successful, and make sure everyone sees how great we are.
And that kind of pressure cooker environment can be incredibly damaging, especially for individuals who are already predisposed to narcissistic tendencies.
So part of the solution might involve shifting our cultural values to prioritize things like empathy, compassion.
It's about creating a society that values inner worth over outward appearances and fosters genuine human connection where people feel seen and appreciated for who they are, not for what they've achieved or how many likes they get.
That's a beautiful vision. It sounds like addressing NPD is not just about individual treatment.
It's not.
It's about a collective shift in consciousness.
It is.
And a reevaluation of our cultural priorities.
I couldn't agree more.
This has been an incredible journey.
It has.
We've really explored so much in our deep dive into NPD.
Yeah, we have.
From the clinical aspects to the personal stories to the cutting-edge research that's paving the way for a brighter future.
It's been a fascinating exploration.
It has.
I'm so glad we had the chance to delve into these important topics together.
Me too.
Yeah.
Before we sign off, is there anything else you'd like to leave our listener with?
If I could leave you with one message, it'd be this. Understanding is the key to compassion. The more we learn about NPD, the more we can move beyond judgment and stereotypes and approach this disorder and the people who live with it with empathy and a genuine desire to help.
That's such an important reminder. Understanding breeds compassion, and compassion opens the door to healing and growth.
Absolutely.
And remember, even amidst the challenges, there is always hope.
There is.
Recovery is possible. Change is possible. And a brighter future is within reach.
A brighter future is within reach.
Well, thank you for joining us on this deep dive into narcissistic personality disorder.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you found this exploration as insightful and thought-provoking as we have.
It has been a pleasure sharing this journey with you.
And to our listener, remember to keep those minds curious and keep exploring.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Today is your lucky day. Today is the day that our $3 website works for you, paying you directly to your PayPal daily. Imagine $3 ongoing continuous payments to your PayPal account. Imagine falling asleep and waking up to $300 in your PayPal account. How would this make you feel? How could this help you? What bills could you pay? What kind of fun could you have? What does that retirement look like now? All for a one-time payment of $3. This website is DFY done for you, fully built and completely hosted, and never stops collecting payments for you. You have spent $3 on coffee on a regular, but that coffee won't help you create multiple streams of income. Click the link below.